I used media technologies throughout the construction, research, planning, and evaluation stage of my A2 media course. Firstly, at the start of the media course, I first had to research 10 existing music videos of a similar genre that I wanted to create and screen grab various parts of the video that I found interesting and effective. I then pasted the screen grabs onto a Pages document and wrote about what I found interesting about each shot. I continued to do this for 10 music videos, screen grabbing at least 10 shots from each. In order to find out what the audience liked and disliked about various music videos and what conventions to include, I made a survey on SurveyMonkey, which allows you to clearly create questions that are easy to answer and also easy to collect results and analyse them. The question I used included what location would you expect to see in an indie folk music video, as well as what kind of actor would you expect to see in an indie folk music video. After gathering the results, I used the software Prezi in order to present my survey results in a clear and effective way, and it also allowed me to evaluate them. As well as my survey, I also constructed a target audience video, where I filmed one of my friends and asked them the questions from my survey. Next, I needed to start thinking about what type of indie folk song I wanted to do. Through the target audience research and using YouTube, I decided on Ditmas by the band Mumford & Sons. Then I needed to decide on the actor for the video. I organised auditions which were recorded, where I asked 3 of my male friends to sing sections of the song. After deciding which actor I wanted to use, I needed to think of the plot for my music video. But to present this in an easy and visual way, I made a storyboard where I drew pictures on paper and scanned them onto IMAX and used Photoshop to colour them in. Photoshop was an effective software to use as it allowed us to play around with different layers and colours in order to find the most effective ones for my video. Once all my photos were completed for my storyboard, I transferred them onto Final Cut Pro and arranged them in order in which they would come in my music video. On Final Cut, I used the Ken Burns tool, which allowed me to show the movement of the camera by selecting start and ending points of the shots. Especially when it came to filming, this became my animatic. Final Cut Pro enabled me to edit my footage together skillfully and efficiently. For example, using the Trim tool and Range tool, I was able to arrange my clips so that edit points lined up with the beat of the music. I also used the Stabilize tool to get rid of any shaky shots and make everything steady. Furthermore, on Final Cut, I played around with the contrast and saturations of my shots to make them look more aesthetically pleasing. E.g., I made the background look dimmer to portray the tense atmosphere and turned up the saturation on certain shots to heighten the footage, e.g. the shots of them together outside to contrast with the intense atmosphere and create a happier environment. In the filming phase of my music video, as well as the various preliminary tasks, I used a Nikon 5100 camera. This was very beneficial as the Nikon 5100 is an extremely high-quality camera. It produced excellent HD video recordings, and the camera allowed me to produce a clear focus shot where you could really believe the emotion portrayed by my actor due to the clarity of the footage. Throughout my A2 media coursework, I used Vimeo and YouTube. I felt that Vimeo and YouTube are very useful sites as it allow videos to be uploaded and shared easily. In order to gain feedback on my surveys and music video drafts, we used various social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter. This was particularly useful for gaining feedback from a variety of people of all ages, even though our target audience was mainly teenagers and young adults. When constructing my music video, I used an array of industry-standard devices. Nikon 5100 camera, which allowed for a clear HD video to be recorded. I also couldn't have created my final music video without using iMacs and MacBook Pros, which allow for the use of industry-standard software such as Final Cut Pro, Photoshop, and InDesign. Final Cut Pro allowed me to cut my video and play around to make the lip syncing in time with the music, which is very important in order to make the music video more realistic and effective to a higher standard. In order to promote my artist during the ancillary tasks, I used Wix to make a website. Wix was simple and easy to use and allows for video and pictures to be included. Furthermore, when constructing my digipack, I used Adobe InDesign, which was another sophisticated software that allowed me to create a more realistic digipack which included the typical conventions. When constructing my evaluation question videos, I used PhotoBooth to record my voice. I then used Final Cut Pro to piece all the screenshots together and add the voiceovers to the video. To present all my coursework, I used WordPress, which is where I could upload everything for my teachers and the public to see. I felt this is a very effective site to use as you can easily upload videos, photos, and edit the information. In conclusion, I used a wide array of media technologies in the construction, research, planning, and evaluation stages in order to do my coursework.